Right, what have I got today? Just a very quick one today, because it's not particularly interesting. It is some drill bits. So recently I needed to drill through some, it was either 304 or 360, and it was probably more likely to be the 304 stainless steel. And on hard metals like that, you need a decent drill bit to get through that. Yes, you can use a standard drill bit with a titanium coating. You can get away with that sometimes, depending on how high the quality is on those, but you're going to go through the bits quite rapidly. So I needed some cobalt drill bits. I've already got some knocking about in the house, but someone said to me, they said, don't waste your money. Don't waste your money on these expensive new drill bits. What you need to do is you can get some M42 Cobb Stroton cobalt drill bits. They're from China, but they're really good. And I thought, are they really good? Okay. So I thought, you know what? For once, I'll buy them and let's have a look. So we'll go through what happened, because it's quite interesting, because I'm always banging on saying you must buy German and Japanese and made in the USA and all this, and don't get the cheap stuff because you'll just buy it twice. And I sometimes get comments from people saying, that's not always the case. You're right, that's not always the case. And I have a lot of stuff made in China, and some of the big tool companies try and cheapen themselves and have stuff made in China. I get that, and I don't have problems with them. However, when it comes to really hard metals, you need decent tools. So with that in mind, this is what happens. So this is the Stroton or Stroton, however you want to pronounce that, cobalt drill set. So it is this is in the millimeters here, so it is the metric. So it's 1 millimeter up to 10, and you get 19 pieces. So it's all the way up there. And these are, well, they're claiming that these are 8% cobalt drill bits. So generally, I mean, I'm no expert on this, but generally it used to be, if I remember rightly, between 5 and is it 10% or something cobalt you would normally stick in a drill bit for titanium or stainless steel or anything really, really hard, because they last longer and you can put them up to higher temperatures. You would still use a cutting fluid, but there you go. Okay, so these are making that claim there. And they're actually steps. They're not a step drill bit. Now, a step drill bit would normally look almost triangular, and you would take it to where you want to go and then stop at the particular step. It only has 3 tiny steps, then the main cut. And they are saying high Rockwell hardness scale. Well, you would need that on a hard metal. So they are saying it will work with stainless steel and obviously metal work. And I don't know who this cat or dog is. I don't know what that's all about. So what else have we got in here? Not a lot. It just says use goggles. Yes, you should. Definitely for using anything high speed. And blah, blah, blah in various languages. And they're saying stick it in the bin or something. I don't know. Actually, it's a little spoiler. I probably will be putting them in the bin, but keep watching to find out. Anyway, so this is the EU model. I presume that's European. And you can see made in China. Shandong province in China, yeah, made in China, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right, boring. Let's get this open. So I have used these, obviously, for that cutting job that I needed, and it was either 3.4 or 4 mil of stainless steel that I needed to go through about, let's have a think, 1, 2, 4 times. So I've used these 4 times on 4 different holes. Anyway, so there's the box, boring, get rid of that. Right, so here's the case. Now, weirdly, the case doesn't actually work. So you can hang it, but watch, it's got one little thing there. So you take it up. Now, if you put it like that, it's fine. But if you take it all the way, it falls. Look there, it falls. So it doesn't actually work. So there's the first issue. If you fully extend that, the case falls. So brilliant design there. Great, lads. Well done, well done. Right, so here's the actual bits themselves. So I'll put them like this. So you've got 1 mil all the way, now it's double stacked. So you've got the first and then the bottom. So we'll take one of these larger ones out, just so you can get a nice close look. So here's the cobalt drill set. They are the smooth shank here. They haven't got those. I've noticed a lot of the newer ones, they tend to have like, it's not hex, but they have a few cutouts just to keep it in place. So you can see here, they've got the markings on, there's a registered trademark, and it's got HSS. I presume HSS, they just mean high speed, something like high speed steel, so you can use it for metal. But then there is the cobalt, so there you've got CO8, I presume that means cobalt at 8%, and then 9.5 is the diameter of this, so there you can see from the top. So I've done this in 4K, so you can get a nice close look at that. So you can see the surfaces there. It is something of a step drill, so can you see that? Which is kind of handy if you can't be bothered to do a pilot hole. I always do a pilot hole because I'm not using a drill press for this purpose, and so you don't want the bits sliding all over, which can happen, especially on any sort of curved surface, which I was using. So there's a nice close look of the step, and then the flutes are quite nice, no problems there in geometry wise, and it looks pretty smooth. A few little machine marks there, but nothing major. So there you go, and there's a nice close look at the step bit at the end. So pretty good, very sharp, I mean, that's razor sharp there when I'm feeling that, which is good, but sometimes it can be to a detriment because you don't want it to shatter. So anyway, so let me have a look. So 5mm, I did a 5mm pilot hole, and let's see what happens. So I'll move that out of the way. So here's the drill bit. So 5mm, let's see what happened here. Crap. So rubbish, it shattered. So can you see that there? So let's get a nice close look. So you see this surface here, that's all sheared off. You see that? Rubbish, it's actually cracked, and you can see the internals there. See there? There's the internal metal there. So here's the bit that came off. So you can see the step at the top there, and I didn't brutalize this. I'll explain what I did. So I was drilling through a piece of stainless steel. I have the clutch set very low, very, very sensible and conservative, which I would recommend you do on stainless steel, because you don't want that bite and then the drill knacks your wrist or shatters. So very, very low. I was using cutting fluid. I would always do that. And I regularly stopped to make sure it wasn't overheating. Even though these are made for that, I'm very, very careful and conservative, because I like to treat tools well. You know, you can't just treat a tool brutally and then complain. I mean, you can see all the bits coming off there. So I think it was CT90 or whatever was the cutting fluid I was using. So I was very, very careful, and it was at a low temperature. It was about 2 degrees. So I don't think I'm at fault, and it just shattered off. So there you go. So that's what's left of it. So if I can get it to focus there, you can see the internal metal on that surface, and then the coated there, and then there's the step bits there. So as you can see, the step itself and the edge which would hit the metal isn't that bad. So you can see I wasn't brutalizing it. I was being sensible and conservative, but the tool itself cracked and shattered. So crap. Now that was on the 3rd pilot hole, and I had to use another method. I just ended up using a punch and then going with the other one. So that was rubbish, so crap. And then if we look at the bit that I was using, so here is the bit that I was using. So this was a 10mm, so flute wise fine, and again the tool itself looks fine. Nice heavy piece of kit. But can you see what happened? Look, the leading edge there. Bear in mind, I did 4 holes in total through stainless steel. Crap. That, I would say that's unusable and unsafe to use. I mean, even wearing goggles, I wouldn't want to be using that on a high-speed drill. Even though, again, I was very low on the speed on purpose to not build up any speed and work hard on things. So you can see, crap, that is cracked off. That's an unusable piece in my personal opinion. And you can see the leading edge of that cutting surface there. Again, more cracks and issues. You can zoom in here. I've done this 4K HDR, highest quality I can get away with. I'm trying to get as many angles and facets as I can here. So that's unusable in my personal opinion. So crap, useless. So what can I say? So if I was to give these marks out of 10, now I was told don't waste your money on the really good ones. You can get these cheap ones from China. And I thought, do you know what? Take my own medicine. You know, listen to people when they're giving you advice. So I listened to that advice and rubbish. So I'm going to give these 0 out of 10. So pros are cheap, but then if you're using every 4 holes, if you're using a drill bit, in fact every 3 on that pilot hole one, every 3 holes you're going to use a drill bit. That's not actually cheap in the end. That's crap. So what are the cons? Well, crap quality. Both of them are broken. That one's shattered and that one's unusable and unsafe. And the case falls over when it's fully extended. So crap, rubbish. So none out of 10. So, I mean, if you think I'm being unfair, put it down below, but rubbish. So with that in mind, I will say, can you put down below and tell me a company name that you would say I should be buying? I'm after a new set of Cobalt drill bits. I will be using them carefully. I will always use a cutting fluid at a low speed with a sensible clutch setting. I'm pretty good with my tools and pretty safe. And just with that in mind, I want something that is going to last. And I don't mind paying, because otherwise you just pay twice. What's the point? I was able to get these for, I think it was with a coupon, I think it was 20 quid. But there you go. This is what you get for 20 quid. Crap. None out of 10. None. I've never had anything on my channel that's got none out of 10. But if it fails, it's a fail. So 0. Comments down below on what you think I should buy in regards to Cobalt drill bits. And that's it. So I'm a little bit annoyed, but I just thought I'd let people know and pre-warn them. M42 Carb or whatever, or CO8, sorry, that'll be the Cobalt 8%. Crap, Stroughton, whatever, load of rubbish. No wonder he's pleased with himself. He must be making a fortune on idiots like me. Right, that's me done. Right, have a better day than I've had, and goodbye.